Hello everybody, welcome to heaven, because it's all white. You know those TikToks where the guy's like, hey, you look really confident, what makes you confident? I often think about this. If I got stopped in the street, what would I say? And the truth is, I don't fucking know. I think I was actually born this way. I have every reason to be confident, and you need to give yourself a reason to be confident. Also, if you missed applications for my marketing program, by the way, everything's private. I don't put things on the internet. If you want to like sign up for something, applications for that are closed, although there will be more opportunities coming. So if you want to register your interest for any of my other programs, register below to sign up for your interest. Today we're making another confidence video, and as always, this is rooted in science. I will be linking all of the psychology papers down below. And if you're new to my channel, I'm Simone. Welcome to the world of clownery. Clownery, psychology, spirituality, everything. I can't pick something because I'm an Aquarius and I have knowledge and interest in literally everything. I don't know why people love these videos. I mean, look, that's a lie. I know why people want others to be envious of them. Usually it's rooted in a lack of confidence in themselves, a lack of self-esteem. So people tend to resort to wanting others to be envious of them. Social comparison, otherwise known as upward comparison. Festinger's social comparison theory. We evaluate ourselves by comparing ourselves to others. Envy typically arises when comparing upwards. So they're richer, they're prettier, they have a better relationship. 2, perceived injustice or deservedness. If somebody, you know, is a nepotism baby, a lot of people have jealousy over that. It's interesting because on TikTok, you'll see that a lot of people eat the rich and they hate the rich, but at the same time, they obsess over rich people, like Becca Bloom, for example. They're like, I'm so eat the rich until Becca Bloom comes, and she blew up on internet so fast because people at a subconscious level, they're jealous of her, but they're so intrigued by her life, by her wealth, because that's something they may never have. So what we hate, we tend to obsess over, and we tend to secretly deep down yearn for it. That's why all these people who hate the rich, they're following people like Becca Bloom, they're following these old money trends, but at the same time, they hate rich people. Envy also comes from low self-esteem, insecurities. If you know somebody has something you want, we envy areas which are relevant to us. For example, going back to Becca Bloom, not everyone wants some money, so they wouldn't be envious of her. They might not feel anything for her. And someone might love bags, for example, and they don't have the bags she has, so they become envious of her bags. But her wealth in general, they don't care about. Or maybe they're envious of the fact she can travel a lot. Or they're envious of the fact that she has a loving partner and they don't have anyone. So we can't just assume that someone will be envious of us because we have something they don't want, because maybe they don't actually want to have that thing and we're just projecting. There's actually 2 types of envy, benign envy and malicious envy. Benign envy motivates our self-improvement. They inspire me, and that's the type of envy we should have for people. For example, if you see a luxury car, you should feel inspired. Because that person has a Ferrari, it is proof I can have a Ferrari. While malicious envy would be like, that person has a Ferrari, I bet they didn't work for it. I bet their parents bought that. I bet they did some illegal thing to get that car. I hate them. Eat the rich, da da da. You should always have benign envy. Everything someone else has is evidence that you can also have that thing. I would not go out of my way to make someone envious. This is simply clickbait, because I know it's gonna get you to watch. In order to build unshakable confidence, you need to set and achieve small goals. And this is called Bandura's self-efficacy theory, which basically means if you're doing something over and over again, or you're setting these small goals, you're achieving it, that is what's going to build confidence, because you're actually telling yourself, okay, I can achieve this. While if we set such large goals, which are so far away, we're almost setting ourselves up for failure. For example, if public speaking is terrifying for you, you're not going to go sign up for a speech competition where you're speaking in front of like 1,000 people. Instead, it might be better for you to speak even in a group in front of your friends, and then build up to a group of 10 people, then strangers. You need to start small and slowly build up, because these small wins along the way is what is going to build your confidence. It's only natural for you to not be confident about something if you don't have experience with it. A lot of people ask me for YouTube advice and they're like, Simone, I turn on the camera and I feel uncomfortable, like I can't talk, it feels unnatural, how do you do it? I'm like, dude, I've done this since I was 16. I'm 25 now. I have 9 years of practice talking to a camera. I've made maybe like 600 videos. It would be weird and unnatural actually if I'm not confident in front of a camera, given I have this much practice, this much experience, and now social proof. Get practicing, bruv. For me, it's actually more natural to talk to a camera than it is to take an Instagram photo. I don't like taking Instagram photos, but guess what? Whenever Kathleen and I go on holiday, we start snapping pics, my confidence builds. And I'm like, wait, I actually look kind of good in photos. Like, why am I not taking more pics? And then Kathleen goes, I have no one taking my photo, the confidence drops. Oh, I don't want to take a photo. Like, guys, sometimes someone would try to take a photo of me and I would be like, delete it. I can't even look at it because I'm not used to it, because I don't have practice. Even though I see myself all the time on camera, video, it's different. But yeah, when I get used to taking pictures, that confidence builds up because you literally get used to it. You just have to do something more. A lot of girls and guys here, they may be unconfident about their looks. You know how I would solve that and how I've solved this in the past? You need to find evidence that you're not ugly or you're not any of these negative thoughts you have about yourself. You might think, oh, my nose is too big, I need a nose job. Go find evidence your nose is not big. Like, maybe edit yourself with a big nose, and then when you take off the edit, you'll be like, damn, my nose is actually so minuscule, I can't even find it. You need to use positive self-talk. Obviously, like if we're using negative self-talk all the time, words are a spell. If you say, I'm unconfident, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I never do anything right, I'm lazy, you're affirming this to yourself. Body language. I suggest you watch my video on body language here. Body language is actually a huge reason for if you feel confident or not. For example, if you stand like this in a Superman pose, it is proven to show that you will be more confident because body language affects our brain chemistry. Before a date, before a speech, before anything that makes you feel nervous, stand like this in front of a mirror for 2 minutes, talk in the mirror to yourself, some positive affirmations. You will release the brain chemicals which will make you more confident. Mental rehearsal. If you are visualizing something and you're rehearsing it over and over again in your brain, this will help your confidence. Anything that you're not confident at, visualize it. Visualize yourself looking beautiful, visualize yourself passing that test, visualize yourself speaking, visualize yourself on a date. Anything that makes you nervous, visualize it. And visualize a very successful outcome and performance. The brain does not know the difference between something that's not real and something that's actually happened. That's why it's so key for manifestation to visualize, because we feel all the feelings as if it were the real experience, and your brain doesn't know the difference. Develop competence at something. At least one thing you need to be really, really good at. Just practice one skill daily, one hobby daily that makes you happy that you're good at. It can be literally like cooking. Something that you are confident at, because if someone has nothing, they are good at nothing, where's the confidence going to come from? You're naturally going to feel less than other people, especially seeing other people be good at something. You need to have something for yourself which you are good at, and that will give you the confidence to go and try other things. Psychology has shown that the way we dress actually affects how we feel about ourselves and our confidence. How many times have you showed up for something and you've either felt underdressed or overdressed and it's affected your confidence because you're like, I'm not fitting in right now. I clearly missed the dress code memo. But if you're in a great outfit, you feel good about yourself. Dress well. Speak slowly and clearly. It's got a lot to do with regulating your nervous system, because if we feel anxious, we're naturally going to talk more fast, and then we will be perceived as being less confident. I actually started to take speaking classes to prepare again for public speaking, because live events are coming soon, guys. When? I don't know. Probably in October, I might have the first event in Dubai. Again, register your interest below. I used to do speech competitions when I was in high school and I was very good at it, but this was so long ago. So I got a coach and I'm like, I need to start practicing this again with her to feel confident. One thing she always says is you need to suck your belly in and speak from your stomach, because if we're speaking from up here, you're going to get a vocal fry. I'm still in training to get rid of my vocal fry, okay?
Okay.
She's always listening. She's always listening. Okay, next, if you exercise regularly, this actually will boost your confidence as well because it releases endorphins, it boosts your dopamine and your serotonin. And also your self-image because you're going to look better. And if you're just taking a walk in the sunshine, it's going to boost how you feel. I think a lot of people, they focus too much on the external, like how can I fake it till I make it? And that's one thing, but you also need to account for how your brain works and how we can naturally boost those confidence levels. How many times have you woken up? You just feel unconfident for no reason because it's your brain chemistry, especially women. This might happen during our period. We go through a cycle, our hormones are constantly changing. Track your wins. That can go back to the first point. We want to have these small wins, but you need to track them. If we're tracking our wins, you're reminding yourself that I've done this before and I can do it again. Or because I've done this thing, I can do that thing. So I would keep a confidence journal, and actually anything that I don't feel confident about, and I've done this since I was in high school, I have a notes page or like an album on my phone with evidence. Evidence I'm XYZ, evidence I can do da-da-da thing. And it's just full of evidence counteracting my limiting beliefs. Speak up early in group settings. Have you ever wanted to raise your hand and speak, but you're a bit nervous? Studies show that you should actually do this early on because the longer you wait, the less confident you're going to be. You need to act immediately. I don't remember who said this, maybe it was Mel Robbins, but people who are more successful are successful because they have a faster reaction time and they make decisions more quickly. So you need to make the decision immediately to act, to raise your hand. And this kind of goes for everything. Confidence flourishes in trust-based relationships. That means you need to focus on having better relationships with your friends, your family, and your peers, and people you actually trust. Because when you're trusted by your peers, you're actually more likely to believe in yourself. This is rooted in both emotional support and social affirmation. Social comparison triggers self-doubt. And this is incredibly hard to get over, I know, especially if you are someone on the internet a lot. I actually feel whenever I'm scrolling, my dopamine drop. I feel my serotonin levels drop and I just feel terrible. Versus when I wake up, I don't go on my phone, I meditate, I stabilize my brain chemicals, I feel great. And I say this in a lot of my videos, guys, you are on your own unique journey. You can't compare yourself to others. I posted this video on my Instagram story recently, and it was this billionaire talking about how he simply believes that there are sloths in the world and there are lions. And I completely agree. I do not think a sloth can turn into a lion. I think some people are just genuine NPCs. I don't believe in everyone. I would be lying if I said I did. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't believe in everyone. But here's the thing. I believe everyone has something to contribute to the world. I do think everyone is special in their own unique way, which means you need to find your own path. You can't see a path someone else is taking online. Think, it looks like a pretty good path. Might not be for me, but I'm gonna try it. Just because you think it looks good and you're never going to get it right. It's like a fish seeing a human walking and it's like, hey, I wanna try walking. And every day this fish jumps out of the water on the pavement, starts wiggling, trying to walk, and it never gets there. Because it's a fish. But guess what? That fish can go swim in the ocean way better than a human ever could. Because that's the fish's environment. I'm actually dead at my analogies. Like sometimes my analogies really get me. But do you know what I mean? You need to find what is the path for you. A sloth can't thrive in a lion's environment. A lion is not gonna thrive in a sloth's environment. In fact, the lion's probably gonna kill all the sloths and then feel like, damn, that was too easy. And then the lion won't thrive. Find your own damn path. Next, do one scary thing a day. This rewires your mind as well. If we're doing something that we haven't done before, something out of our comfort zone, we're literally forming new neural pathways. Joe Dispenza. Now, how do you make people envy you? First of all, envy comes from insecurity. You can exist and not even be that much of a superstar, and someone will be envious of you naturally. The people who watch this, you might be insecure, you might have a big ego you need to fill, which is why you want to know how to make people envious of you. Number one, be really competent at something. Not that many people are competent, I'm telling you. That's why I said earlier, master one thing. Most people don't even have one thing. If you're really good at one thing, that forms the foundation for you to be good at other things. 2, radiate self-acceptance. Most people do not have self-acceptance. They have a mask on They don't accept themselves deep down, which is why some people get so triggered by people who are authentically and unapologetically themselves. Sorry guys, the light keeps changing, like they want me to leave heaven or something. Walk like you own the room, with your shoulders back, always. Be calm, control your emotions, never make a scene. Speak up, speak with clarity, speak with precision, be well educated. Say no without apology, hold your ground. Never over-explain yourself, keep a mysterious persona. Envy thrives on curiosity, people want to know more. Be unbothered by criticism, stay in your own lane, and stay focused on your vision. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Yeah, to get the life formula and also Slay Society. New collection is out. Okay guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching.
Fear fun, fear love, catch a shout of dogs forever. Do the stronger for you. Norman Rockwell. No hype under it's just me and you. I've got with you on my list. Venice bitch. Of the neighborhood kiss. Something no bang kiss kiss. You're in the eye, I like the fire, and as the summer fades away, nothing you can say. You right eye to we make it work. You're beautiful and I'm insane. We're American made. Give me Hallmark. One dream under the one lover. Make me happy and blue. Norman Rockwell. No hide under our company's right. It's just me and you. Oh God, miss you on my list. It's me, a little kind of bitch. On the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, thank you. You're in the yard, I like the fire. As the summer fades away. You right, I do, we make it work. American made. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Signing off, bang kiss kiss. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Signing off, bang kiss kiss. Oh God, miss you on my lips. Gives me a little kind of bitch. On the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, bang kiss kiss. Yeah. 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 Signing off, bang kiss kiss. Yeah. You should probably come over. Hanging around now, you should probably coming over. Oh God, it's on my lips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Touch me with your fingertips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Back in the garden, we're getting high now because we're older. In the love of my diamonds, better rings and a clover. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, whoa, whatever. Me, myself, I like diamonds, better rings and a clover. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love.